Page 56, it's that law of sync of something. I'm just going to call it a golden wedding because I can't pronounce that other word. You can do that. I'll forget you. This lesson is on the parallel major and minor scales. Notice the book calls them keys. It's another word. They all mean the same thing. Scale, mode, key could refer to the same thing. Key could also be other things. These levers on the piano, they're called keys. The key signature, those are called keys. Keys got a lot of different things. It's like that curved line is a slur or a tie or whatever. The word key means different things too. Point is they're scales, and the parallel means that the key signature is going to change. We're starting out in A minor, and that's parallel to A major. A major has 3 sharps, and you can see over on what measure 35 is it? It's got 3 sharps. That's the parallel. Okay. They go well together too. You can go from these major to minor like this when they're related like this or parallel very nicely. So let's look this over. It's about 2 pages long of music to learn. It's longer than that because of the repeat signs, but it's 2 pages of music to deal with. Treble bass clef, at least to start, on the clef signs. No sharps or flat. I've already talked about the keys. It starts out in A minor and goes to A major. So make sure you can do both of those scales and arpeggios. Now generally when I do the scales and arpeggios, I do it by key signature. So I'll do the C major and A minor, and then I do the A major and F sharp minor because that's the related stuff for it. However, you want to just stick with the A minor and A major for this, you work it out, or your teacher will help you work it out. 4/4 time signature, we have a pickup beat. Means there should be a measure somewhere else with 3 counts in it, and this is in sections, and chances are the other sections might start with a pickup beat too. Anyway, the first section probably should end in 3 counts, and if you look at the end of the second line, you see 3 beats in that one measure, and the thin and thick bar lines, which is the symbol for end of the piece. There's 3 count, that's it. Anyway, we're starting on beat 4. One hand at a time. Make sure you understand this fingering. I'd like to connect these notes, and these little grace note thingies, I'm going to leave those out. So it's just 4, 1, 3. What happened in measure 7? 1 and 2 and 3 E and 3 E and they just go. Stay relaxed and your fingers will wiggle. If you tense up, they don't move. 1, 2, bubble, bubble, bomb. Like a trill, but they've written out the notes for you. I'll measure 35. We're in A major now. You can't connect these, but try to. Measure 36, I do here and here. Now, if you can't fit up in here, you're stuck down here and moving up and relying on the pedal to help you out. But if I can, I'll do this because I'm not moving my hand around. So that measure 35 is all in one hand position, and the measure 36 is too. It's different. It's here, here. I'll do this come down. It's the same hand position. Good enough because it's closer. You don't have to do 3, but when you come up here, then do 3. The point is, at the end of that measure, we need thumb on the A, so we can cross over because I want to connect it. Left hand, well, you got these chords. Just here. 1, 2, 3. You have to look down for the left hand. Fortunately, the right hand's not really moving around too much, so you may have time to do this. Now on measure 5, I want to do this in one hand position and this together. So I'm not moving around in that measure. I'm okay. Measure 10 or whatever, that last note is an A. Remember, 3 ledger lines is an A. And then measure 11, it's C sharp. Anyway, work out the notes. The rhythm's pretty repetitious. But when you get down to measure 23 here, there, look out. E and then an E, and that E, that second E is tied to the half note. So you hold it down and add these notes to it. So then I'll put the hands together, and I'll hesitate all over. I don't care. I just want to know how the fingers are working together. We're here, and here. And if you don't want to go at the end of the first full measure to the second, you don't want to move both hands like that. Then in that first full measure, one of those E's, make it a 3. That way when you get to the next measure, you're already there. Here. So it's, I can do that right there, and I'm set. That way I'm only moving the left hand. For measure 23 here. Down and then here. So I'll get the hands together, and then I'll go back over like a section at a time, or a few measures at a time, or a phrase at a time, or whatever, something at a time, and work out the hesitations. No hesitations anywhere. You can go as slow as you need to. No, we'll speed it up later, but no hesitations. And then after that, I add the articulation and here, and these little ornament things. I'm flexing at the wrist short. You can't connect this and this. The pedal will help out, but don't play staccato. And the idea is you want to feel the music. I don't want to feel a staccato there. I want to feel a longer note, but the others are longer. The little notes, first, second full measure, these, I figure this a 2, 4, 3. It's just easier in many cases if that note is played with 2 different fingers. You don't have to, but it's quick. And I play it with the A together. But I do it that way. In measure 35, it's more the right hand than the left. Soft. The left hand's very soft. Anyway, put in the dynamics, and then I'll think about the speed. Andante con moto, they say in 132. To me, on 132 is not andante. That's getting right up there on the higher side of allegro or moderato. I would they almost want you to feel this in 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I would slow it way down. I would suggest you slow this way down. I wouldn't take it at 132. I'd take it more like about 80 or 90, no more than 100. I mean, I don't know how fast this wedding is supposed to go, but I don't turn it into that. As far as where you go when, you understand first and second endings and the repeat sign and all that, I hope. And then at the end, bottom page 57, there's a DS al fine. Remember, DS is go back to the sign, so you get to go hunting for the sign wherever it is, and it's at the beginning, toward the beginning, right after the pickup beat. So you go back to there, and the fine is the second ending. Now they've added some pedal, and in this piece we can sort of use it because it'll help reinforce the first beat of the measure, which is the strongest natural accent, and it'll help us connect some of these notes we can't connect with the hands. It also helps to provide some overtones. First, we'll try it the way it's marked, and then we'll see if we need to adjust it or not. So at the beginning, I'm going to push the pedal down pretty much with the notes here, and I'm going to lift it with a staccato. See, it connects this. It connects that first beat, and that's important. Now on measure 5, you lose the staccatos if you're going to pedal this like they're sewing. It's up to you, because that's interpretation. If you want to hear the staccatos, you can't pedal it. Different ways of interpreting the music. Now, I disagree on measure 18, where they're pedaling it all. In my mind, that may be an error. I would only pedal the first beat of that measure also. So we hear it, and we don't need that to last the whole measure, so I just come down. Yeah, I wouldn't pedal that way. Now get down to measure 23, you're here. Lift up for the staccato. We want to hear staccato. I'm using here to connect it. And measure 27, you see under the bottom staff it says ped sim. That means pedal simile, pedale simile. It means keep pedaling the same way you were pedaling. So in this type thing, like at the beginning, we were only pedaling the first beat of the measure so that's how we're going to do that. Now we're going to pedal this the same way we were pedaling whatever we were pedaling on page 20 or 56. Now when we get to measure 35 with the half notes, they're not pedaling that. I suggest you do. Pedal and change it with each chord. You want to hear staccatos, you can't pedal it on measure 37. And that's sort of the pedaling. You have to listen to the pedal and the effect it's having. And do you like it or not? If not, change it in some way. You just notice they're really not showing hardly any pedaling for page 57, and that's because of that ped simile. They're telling you to pedal it pretty much the same as you were. I don't understand why they're not showing pedal for measure 37, though, because you didn't have that kind of a passage anywhere else. How do you pedal it? Just pedal those two measures completely and change it with each chord, because the harmonies change it. play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. And I'm not going to do the louds and softs. Now we're going to do the repeats and the DC or the DS or whatever it is. And so I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. Rest. Repeat. Rest. Second ending. To the top. Second ending.